From out of the man cave and onto the air, it's your favorite voice of ecstasy. It's John St. John with the best morning after ever radio show. 30-some-odd minutes of happenings, discussions, and full frontal nudity. So put your arms around your speakers. It's John St. John.
Yes, it is. I love my open. This is John St. John right here on the best morning after ever radio. You just heard it. And today we've got some really weird things I want to talk about. Just so everybody that maybe hasn't listened to every show, we've been on a little while now, what is it, a couple weeks, whatever, we talk about things that are kind of happening in the news, trending, but they don't necessarily have to be recent, just things that I kind of find funny, but somehow deal with, just us in general, humans relating to each other, relationships, I should say, good or bad, love, sex. It's kind of what we focus on. And another thing that we're going to be focused on is I am going to start telling some stories just about things that happen that I know about, that I know people have known things about. And today I've got some interesting ones, but my first one is more of a headline, which brings me to a big topic. I mean, I guess I could go 30 minutes on just this. I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight. But it's just what's happening with the whole Hollywood thing and the movies and film, same thing as film, video, whatever you want to talk about, the entertainment industry. Let's call it the entertainment biz. Just all the crazy, crazy attention that's given. TMZ, Perez Hilton. I mean, I could go on forever. Radar Online. There's so many sites. And the big one that's trending now, and it's showing up I'm in Chicago area, in the Chicago media, I've been talking all day about it this week, is Randy Jackson. Everybody knows Randy Jackson. He was I call him the star. I know that the producer wouldn't like me saying that, but I really liked Randy Jackson when he was on he was on America's Got Talent, but he's not there anymore. They quote-unquote fired him. I guess he was kind of on his way out, but he's in the news again. He got this issue going on with his family, and it ended up, I guess his wife and him are finally going to end it after, I think, see what the story says. I think, according to Radio Perez, got to love Radio Perez, right? Randy Jackson and Erica Riker are divorcing, and I guess they've been together for, this is a ancient time in Hollywood years, 18 years of marriage. So I guess there was no prenup, according to the news, and this is what we're going to be discussing. And Erica Riker is probably going to end up getting, well, I mean, I don't know if they're going to negotiate or if she automatically is legally bound to be able to get it, but pretty much half of what Randy Jackson owns. And for people that don't know Randy Jackson, I mean, he's a big-time, before he was on America's Got Talent, he was a big-time record producer, and I believe he even was a rapper at some point, but I know he was a big-time record producer, Hollywood executive, but more of a music executive than film production or TV. So, so that's what's going on with him. And that's about $20 million payday for his wife, so I'm sure Erica, his wife, is not complaining. But, okay, look at that, popped up. She's listening. I guess she heard the story, and I have a caller on the phone who wants to, I'm guessing, want to comment on the Hollywood relationships. Are you there, caller? Go ahead. You're on the.
Hi, this is Aunt Flo, and I want to season your man meat.
Well, thank you very much. That threw me a little bit. I thought you were going to talk about our Hollywood relationships going on, but I'll tell you, it doesn't sound like Randy Jackson is getting his meat seasoned anymore by his ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife. But I would really like that. Thank you for calling in. That's really very nice of you. Thank you. What are you wearing? Let's get dirty. Talk dirty tonight. Hello, caller.
Am I wearing?
What are you wearing, caller?
Shorts and a T-shirt.
That's not exciting. You're supposed to say I'm sitting here and I'm rubbing myself, enjoying the voice.
I'm thinking
your voice
of your
on the
man
show.
meat.
There we go. Thinking of my man meat. Thank you very much. This is now. Hey, Kingpin, this is my new favorite caller. Do you have her number? Write that down. Don't call the police because I think she's gonna call me quite often. Anyway, so do you happen to have any comments on the Hollywood celebritydom and what's going on with relationships out there and love and divorce and all that crap?
They're all shallow pieces of crap who date each other because they're all beautiful, and then they get sick of each other and divorce and have affairs.
So you don't want to season anybody's man meat, to use your term?
Oh, I see. Using your man meat.
Oh, well, it must be my voice. I'm so soothing. Thank you, caller, for that. Yeah, no, it's an interesting idea here that these guys that you bring up that it's kind of superficial, that maybe it's not about love. It ends up being about $20 million, like with Randy Jackson and Erica.
Looks and everything else.
Kind of a shame.
They don't love each other. It's just for power too. Some couples get together because of power.
You know, I think that some of it happens is, what about a long-distance relationship?
Those never work.
That could be a bad. Well, no, but a lot of the celebrities. A perfect example is, of course, you're going to put me on the spot now. He's on The Voice. Blake Lively, or whatever his last name is. But he's living in L.A. doing the show, going between L.A. and New York, and then his wife is the singer. She's a country singer, so they're never together.
They were getting a divorce.
I don't think they're getting divorced. The big news is Randy Jackson, so I don't know.
I don't know. I heard the other Miranda Lambert is divorcing Blake.
So what's going on in your life tonight that you decided to call my show and talk about the having sex with my manhood?
You have a real sexy voice.
Well, thank you very much. Do you listen often? Is this your first time hearing the show?
I've listened before.
Well, you know what? You feel free, caller, and I don't know. I like your name, Miss Flo. There, you call in anytime, okay?
Oh, thanks.
Have a good night.
Bye.
So anyway, that was an interesting caller. I think that's kind of cool that I have a stalker almost on my first 2 weeks of being on the air on Slam Internet Radio. How about that? Okay, so as I was saying, I really didn't even get into the story. I kind of got her little piece on it, but. The bottom line is these relationships in California. Well, she said it. The caller said it. The relationships are just like, apparently, I guess you just don't last. I mean, how many times do you hear about the gossip of Hollywood relationships going bad? I mean, perfect example is Pam Anderson. I mean, seems like she was with every rocker there is. I forget who she's dating right now, but first it was Tommy Lee, then it was Kid Rock, then she got some sort of STD off of him, and now I forget if she ever got back married again. I know her kids are getting older, and I know Tommy Lee and her still talk, which is interesting. I don't know about Kid Rock, but that's just another example, kind of more music business related but she was an actress and model. Just how do you have a relationship in California? I don't know. I wonder that myself, but kind of a weird situation with Randy Jackson. So I don't know, but maybe it has something to do with the long distance relationship. I mean, they do travel. They do travel a lot. They travel. I mean, these actors and musicians are probably at home maybe 10% of the year, if they're lucky. I mean, they always have homes across the world. Like Justin Bieber, for instance. I just saw an article about him. He's over in France, hanging out in his villa, and then he's also got his home in L.A. that he keeps getting in trouble with, and then I think he's living somewhere in Florida too. So perfect example of a long distance. I do have another caller actually. Maybe she can. Talk a little bit about what she thinks about these Hollywood relationships and just being long distance. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
I'm good. How's everything in your world tonight?
Oh, everything's just fabulous.
Fabulous. I love that word. Everything's just fabulous, everybody. Well, you're on the Best Morning After Ever radio show with John St. John, and what do you think about relationships in general, or long distance or Hollywood relationships?
Geez. Well, I'm not in a Hollywood relationship, but if I were, it probably wouldn't last very long.
Wait, you're not some famous actress calling me? Oh, I thought maybe you were just using a stage name. You were Cher or somebody. You have a beautiful voice.
No.
You're not a singer. Okay.
Thanks. My name is Ruth Flett. I'm actually in a long-distance relationship, and I don't recommend it. It's not for the faint of heart.
It's not for the faint of heart. I've never done it. Well, sort of. I did one where, this was back in college days, where she was living in Southern Illinois. I was living, actually at the time, in Indiana. And, we didn't really see each other that much. So I'm sure it puts a strain on the relationship. Maybe that's what's going on with, it almost happened with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. They actually finally got married, but they're never together. So I don't know. I guess it's...
Yeah, that's weird. I was actually thinking about that before I called in.
It's not just L.A., It's not just Hollywood.
It's their choice, though, to not be together, which I find very strange. But, taking breaks from each other, like especially, like a month-long break from your significant other or your partner or, your goat or your cat, I don't care who it is, you need to take breaks,
Well, what are you into, Miss Ruth? Goats and cats,
I'm a comic. Yeah, I do the jokes, and occasionally I make people laugh. My husband-to-be, because we're engaged, he actually is in comedy, too. He's a writer, I'm a writer, and that's how we met. We actually met online, and it's, yeah.
I take it you don't both live in the Chicago area? Or where are you calling from? I didn't even ask. Are you calling from Chicago?
I'm actually calling from Wonder Lake.
Okay, so that's somewhere in Illinois, isn't it? I don't know Wonder Lake.
It's close to Lake Geneva. It's south of Lake Geneva by about 25 minutes if you drive the way I drive.
Another great area, Lake Geneva. I love Lake Geneva. Me and Mr. Hugh Hefner had a few times together there. Actually, he was not there, but his playmates were. So it's a good town. I can get into that later, but go ahead. So you were commenting on the Hollywood long distance thing, and I guess you're in your own relationship. So you are a professional stand-up comedienne.
Yes, actually, and since I've gotten paid, so yes, I am, lower ranks. I'm like the scum on the bottom of the shoe of stand-up comedy. Not really. Maybe I'm a boot. I don't know. I'm not sure what I am. Or I do the artwork too. It's fun. I get out when I can. I have 2 small kids, so the older I get, the more I can get out. But yeah, that's kind of tough.
I'm picturing the gum on the shoe, and I'm thinking Ruth and gum on shoe. Whatever. So moving on. So you're having a long distance relationship, or you just felt like commenting on what I'm talking about because you love the sound of my voice, or what?
Well, yes,
tell me a little bit.
I do love the sound of your voice, and
thank you. I
got divorced. Yeah, I think I got a divorce last year, and then shortly after that, I got engaged. This guy, apparently, he's a very wise man because he wanted to take me off the market immediately.
Whoa, back up. I don't mean to get personal. You're talking long distance, but hold on a minute. You were getting a divorce, and you're engaged literally within a month or so after the divorce finalized? Am I hearing that right?
The divorce was finalized in May, and I was actually engaged in May.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Did you know this other person? Are you into threesomes or something? How did that happen? I don't mean to get too personal, but this show we kind of talk a little bit about everything going on in the news, but I always try to relate it to love, sex, and relationships somehow because I'm just a perverted old actor who used to be in the biz. But anyway, so tell me more. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. I'm listening.
That's all right. We are into threesomes. You mentioned threesomes. We're not into dudes, but it's something that well, see, here's the thing. My fiance has a special gift. I call him the lesbian whisperer. I was actually thinking of switching teams, and I was pretty much dead set on forming many vicarious lesbian relationships throughout the northwest suburbs in Chicago, and he convinced me. He actually convinced me not to. And,
well, hooray for your not boyfriend, fiance. All right, he must. Was he in the entertainment? Was he in the movies like me? I don't know. Maybe he was in some adult films. I'm not sure. He must have something going for him.
Yeah, Mr. Joey Flett is a wonderful man.
You're naming names. I didn't know if we wanted to be anonymous, but we're not. So, okay, awesome. Boy, I'm getting to know way more than I think I would ever know about a comedian on stage. That's awesome. I feel like I'm hearing the biography of Ruth right now. This is really cool. So. Well,
I don't want to spill the beans too much, but yeah, I mean he's a wonderful man, and his family actually, his grandfather was a stuntman, a Hollywood stuntman.
Hold on, I'm gonna do the VH1 voice. So she was an actress without a lover. And then came Mr. Flett. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I just feel like I'm doing a whole documentary on you. And it's fascinating me, your lifestyle. Are you? What else do you? Besides comedy, are you into any other theater, or maybe are you an artist or something? I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. What else do you do?
Well, I do visual artwork. I've actually been doing a series of erotic artwork, and my most recent series is titled Dick Rider.
Okay. Okay, I think we should have you in the studio as a guest. How would you feel about, forget about talking about long-distance relationship, you should come down here and be a guest co-host with me sometime. Would you like that?
I would absolutely love that. It sounds like a great time.
Bring the fiance, or don't, or whatever. I'm getting a little excited right now. Maybe I should take a break. It was a pleasure meeting you. We really didn't get too much into the long distance relationship, but I'm going to take a break. If you want to hold on, we can come back and finish that up if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
I don't know how long you have. Now you've just gotten me so intrigued. I don't want to let you go.
I'm a late night person. I'm usually
You're
up late
a
at
late night
night.
person. Well, it was nice to meet you, and my audience is probably enjoying your awesome stories. And who cares about Hollywood long distance relationship? I want to know more about Ruth. So we're going to continue with our caller right after this here on the Best Morning After Ever radio show. I'm John St. John.
Fact or fiction? Xfinity is superior, but don't be fooled by Uverse. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet and the best in entertainment. Visit getallthefacts.com to learn more. Or call 708-878-0565 and ask for Mario. Comcast Xfinity, the future of awesome. Bam! Wow! Pow! Chi-Town Ultimate Comic-Con, Saturday, October 11th, presented by Big John's Monster Con, Slocum Hall, 3601 North Milwaukee Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60641. See artists, creators, and dealers are welcome. Information 773-875-7582. I saw Sparks last night. She finally showed me her favorite website. It made my jaw drop at first glance. We had the wildest time together, ordering from the erotic shop, and I'd have to say, thesparkmaker.com lived up to its name. And now, I have plans to surprise her. I'll show her something she hasn't seen. Thank you, thesparkmaker.com. Don't miss him any longer. John St. John is back to fill your ears with his goodness on the Best Morning After Ever radio show. John?
That's right. We're back here. This is John St. John. I'm back with my caller on the Best Morning After Ever radio. And she has me so intrigued, I decided, as long as you can stay on with me, caller, I got a couple of cool segments and things I want to talk about. So maybe you can just hang, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
So here's the deal. You were getting kind of graphic, and we had a segment. We were coming up on a break, but we started talking about relationships, but this kind of all segues together. There's an article that just came out off of the Second City site, and it's one of the comedians over there. Probably you just happen to be a comedian as well. You might know this lady. Do you happen to know? Let's see if I can find her name. Ashley Nicole Black. She's a Second City actress and comedian, and I guess also writes articles. You know about her?
I have not. No, I haven't met her yet.
Well, it's been going around the news. It's been on Facebook. It's actually been in a lot of places, but I just happened to catch it on a Facebook post. And her article is about handy-dandy anti-rape tips by Ashley Nicole Black. So she's going to get a little free pub here on the Best Morning After Ever. But basically, I'm just going to go down the line, and maybe we could tie the relationship and long distance into this whole what you shouldn't do to get raped. I don't know how they segue, but it's just so interesting. I wanted to keep you on, talk a little more to you, but this is crazy, this article. And again, it's a little bit in jest, but maybe not. I don't know if you happen to see it, but like I said, it was all over social media. But the first thing she says is, I'm just going to read it. Don't get out of the car if you get pulled over. Of course,
yeah.
Video was just released of LeVar Jones being shot by a state trooper. This is not too long ago in South Carolina. But Captain Brown, who's talking about this story, is suggesting that you politely ask to stay in the car. Now, Jones is a man, okay? You're a woman, so I guess don't get out of the car. Or do you? Or shit, don't. I don't know.
Or don't get out of the car.
Yeah, or don't be a black woman, I guess. And I'm quoting her article. The next one is don't commit any crimes that might get you pulled over. Okay, that's kind of common sense. I wish I could automatically do that. I've had my day in court. But, if you look like someone, or if you're the same race as someone, or you're committed to crime, or you have a broken taillight, or you have a taillight that someone could pretend is broken, then you just try, don't get pulled over. Just because a cop wants to harass you, basically. So don't do anything to get pulled over for no reason. it's probably the safest just to not drive a car. Or just don't even walk anywhere because you can get pulled over on the sidewalk. Stay in your home. Don't open the door. Better yet, stay in your kitchen where it's really safe and just try a fun crock pot. So that's number 2. I don't know. I can't see myself sitting inside all day long, but whatever. The next one, and I love this one. I don't mind traveling with 3 female friends. You always travel with friends. 1 in 3 women will experience some issues from sexual violence in their lifetime. I hope this hasn't happened to you. Always travel with 2 other females. If a cop comes at you, you push one of those bitches in the face, into the cop's face, and you run. Okay, so that's from Ashley. I'm going to keep going because we're not done yet. Don't drink or don't go out after dark. Yeah. So rapes also happen during the day, but don't go out during the day or during the night. Only go out on dawn and dusk. Never drink. If you do drink, test all your drinks with Science nail polish. If Science nail polish fails, it's your fault. The person who drugged you wouldn't have drugged you if you had worn the right nail polish. Rapists are notoriously frightened of nail polish. Only go out at dusk and always wear nail polish. Be a vampire. Uh-huh. Any comments? Just a laugh? I'm not done yet.
I heard. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying, this list keeps going on. It gets better and better. Don't go to parties. Men prefer parties to only have men at them. That's why you're always telling us not to come to parties. Men are always telling us not to come to parties if you want to be safe. Thank you, men. So this would kind of reference your wanting to go the other way, the lesbianic.
I'm with you on that. Yeah,
the lesbianic route. Okay.
Exactly.
I like this one. I think I'm going to try doing this. I want to see what you think about this one. The next one is just don't wear clothes. Clothes just scream that you're asking for it. So, I guess that's a solution for you ladies. Just walk around in the nude, or maybe have a suit that looks, one of the bodysuits that looks tan or looks like your flesh. I guess that'll work. The next one, and they get weirder as we go. Again, I'm quoting an article. I know it was kind of supposed to be funny, but it's all over the place. Don't have friends or family members. If you have friends or family members, you just have to murder them because the majority of rapes are committed by someone that the victim knows. So you just can't know anybody.
That sounds about right.
And I'm glad you're agreeing, caller. So your first name was Ruth, right?
Yes.
Hi, Ruth. John St. John here. I hope you're loving my
Hey,
voice,
John.
like my last caller.
I absolutely do. It's wonderful.
I'm getting some fans just by talking smooth. Anyway, you the best and the last. I'm saving it for last because actually it was the last one on the list. Is the best way to avoid. I feel like David Letterman. Handy Dandies, Anti-Rape Tips by Ashley. The last and the best one is just have your vagina removed. So good luck now with raping rapists, because now we've sewed up our ears and our mouth and our nose and your armpits and anything, the unsewed places, except for the butthole. And most importantly, remember that these officers of the great state of Oklahoma have taught us the only people who can stop a rape are the potential future victims of that rape, just like it's up to all of us to prevent our own murders. Yeah. So, thank you, Miss Ashley Nicole Black from Second City. I wish I had the drum roll, but I forgot to ask for Kingpin to do that for me. So anyway, what do you think? Solid advice from the folks at Second City? Actually, excuse me, from Ashley at Second City?
It's a wonderful common sense article. I think everybody should read this article. It's pretty important stuff.
I love it. I know we're both kind of being sarcastic, but the truth is, I mean, kind of on a serious note, you just, you never know what could happen out there. Just be careful. It is a good idea to go in pairs anywhere you go. New York, Vegas, L.A., wherever you're at, Oklahoma. This article was stirred because of an incident that happened with the police in Oklahoma. But I just thought the article was just so insane, I had to read it on the air. So I'm sure Ashley will appreciate that. Or maybe she won't, but whatever. There you go, Ashley. So, Ruth, tell us more. You're talking about your relationship being long distance, but you got into something really cool. You went from one husband to another within literally a month. So how do you do that?
Well, you drive up north to Canada, where apparently they have a thing for redheads.
Okay. I do have a thing for redheads. Cool. Maybe that's a trend that's going on. I got a lot of stories, but I'm on with the caller, so I don't need to go into it now. But the redhead thing. So you seem pretty comfortable being on the air and talking about stuff. So is it the same color in down under as it is on top, or is it natural? Are you a natural redhead?
Yes, I am. I do like dark. I do like doing fun things with my hair, and I've darkened my hair a bit. Just for fun. This is like a totally girly thing, but yeah, I don't want to have my red hair. It's no big deal for me. I've had this my whole life, so yeah, the curtains match the drapes, and I think it's neat. I don't know any other way, so it works for me.
You don't know any other way. Yeah, there's another way. You could dye it, or you could just shave it all off, but I don't know how that'd look on the head. Although that character from Star Trek, the first Star Trek movie, she looked kind of hot. She had no hair. I forget her real name.
Yes, I am a Trek nerd, yes.
Perez Kambata or whatever, Imbata. I can't remember her name, but she was pretty hot, even with no hair.
Yeah.
She actually looked really different. If you see her at the movie premieres, you see the publicities and video and everything. Obviously, I wasn't there. I'm not that old. But anyway, she looks totally different. You wouldn't even recognize her. But, she shaved everything except her eyebrows. I think she had eyebrows. I forget. I just saw the movie.
She may have. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that film.
I got to say, I know this sounds really weird to say. I'm supposed to be a professional on-air host, but it's too bad you're getting married. We got a lot in common. So good luck to you. And if it ever doesn't work out, or if you ever feel like getting kinky, you know where to find me.
Why do people always say that to me? That's really sweet.
I don't know, but you know where to find me. It's the best damn morning after ever radio. No, I'm sorry. It isn't damn. It's just the best morning after ever radio show. You're getting me all excited. Hey, thanks for calling. I'd really like to have you as a guest. Can you leave your information with my producer, please, Kingpin, Danny over there? And I think we'll have to be in touch. And good luck on the marriage, by the way, as I say that. Have a good night.
Absolutely. Maybe we'll have you be one of the best men.
Oh, sure. Well, don't I have to know you or know him? Is that how that works? I don't know him.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe we can get to know each other. Well, anyway, hey, have a great night.
Thank you.
Very interesting. I just was so enamored by the caller, I didn't want to let her go. She sounded pretty hot. But, well, whatever. She's telling me she's getting married. Did you get her info, Danny? Did you get her? I forgot what she said. I think she said Ruth something. Anyway.
Yeah, I got her on the line, so I get it.
I gotta hold on to that. I'm gonna keep her in mind. I hope her fiance, husband to be, don't mind that I'm gonna steal her as my guest co-host. Anyway. But on another note, actually, I don't know how much time we got left. About 12 minutes?
About 2 minutes?
No, of the whole show. Don't tell me the whole show.
The whole show? It's over.
Oh, well, I guess it's over. I didn't know we only had 2 minutes. Holy
that counter sitting over there?
Oh,
that's the 30-minute counter.
I used to know how to do radio, folks, but I'll be honest. I had a lot of prompting. I had a lot of fluffers. I had a lot of everything. I had a lot of help. Let's just call it help. I'm trying to keep it kind of clean for the networks that are going to hear us one day. We're going to make this station famous, man. We're going on Sirius. We're going on, I don't know, iHeartMedia. Wherever we're going to go, we're going to go. But anyway, so I guess we're almost done. But one last note, you definitely got to keep listening to us here because we're on every Monday through Friday. And I guess you can find us on the weekends, too, because it's on the playlist. And one of these days, Slam will give us a little page of our bio, hopefully. I got to get that done. But definitely listen to us every morning. Actually, we're available in the middle of the morning. So if you're a late night owl or you're getting up early to go to work, download our podcast, listen to us on the way to work. It's the best morning after ever radio. I am your host, John St. John, and I guess we still got a couple minutes left, so I can end the show with a interesting note. I don't know if I want to talk a little more about it, but I guess 2 minutes is enough. It's another thing that's been floating around, and I just want to make a comment, and I hate to say it. I'm just going to be politically incorrect. The women with the ash cheese. I just don't know how to say it nicer. Kingpin Danny, you got a better way to say it? I don't know a better way. So there's a meme that's going around, but it kind of, I guess I could just do it in a minute and a half. It has a picture of Al Bundy, okay, and one of his goofy poses. And he's just staring at the screen with kind of his face, like his crooked smile, just looking goofy. And it says on the top of it, your pants say yoga. And on the bottom, it says, your ass says McDonald's. So there you go. If you saw the picture, you would understand what it is. But it's basically a picture of a very, very, very obese woman wearing those really tight pants that they wear. I guess you'll call them yoga pants. And, I mean, it's bulging out. It's pretty gross. I hate to leave you with this graphic image, but ladies, there are support bras and there are support hose or whatever you call them that can keep you straighter. It's pretty gross, and I kind of got grossed out, but it was funny at the same time, so I wanted to share that on the air. If you're going to wear the yoga pants, maybe try to fit everything in there, because I don't know. I don't really want to look at it. Maybe some women like it. Maybe some men like it. I just think it's kind of weird looking when you see the nice fuzzy and the bunched up skin all kind of shoved in, and then it looks like, what it looks like they have paper in their pants or toilet paper or something. So not a good image to leave you with, but I just thought it was funny and I wanted to share it, and I really thought I was going to talk about it a little more. But that's it, folks. So thanks for listening again. Just keep us on. We're on slaminternetradio.com. Just look for the best morning after ever radio show. And like I said, we're on every day, Monday through Friday in the mornings. You take care now. See you next time.